Hello everybody, we're on the Nekopara episode 7 anime review. Are we running out of ideas? This episode was a lot of ideas, let's just go with that. It was like they threw they were just pointed around the office like, you got an idea? And they were like, here's my idea. And they're like, brilliant, we'll put that in the episode. What about you got an idea? Yeah, we'll put that in the episode too. That was basically this week's episode. A lot of weird, what do you call it? Like fan-fiction-y, but not fan-fiction, that's the wrong word. Alternate universe fan-fictions. I have no idea what I'm saying. Basically, you take the characters and you stick them in a completely different situation, that kind of thing. And yeah, it was, I mean, it was moderately, it was alright episode. You know, I'm leaning towards a bit of, you know, this show sort of overstaying its welcome, you know, for me anyway. It's not terrible, but gotta do something a bit more unique. Let's go with that. But yeah, the stories were, there was some funny jokes this week's episode. We'll get to them when we get to them. But yeah, it was a good show all around. Ish. It was all right. You know, that's kind of where I am. Hopefully they pick it back up, because I am enjoying it, but my enjoyment's going down. So let's pick it back up. Anyway, well, let's get into the episode and see what went down and everything. Let's do this. Episode opens up and it's storming, which, you know, flashbacks to this weekend. Am I right, UK lads? All, I don't know how many people here are from. Oh my god, my voice, that was weird. It was stormy, is what I was trying to say, in the UK, just like in this show. But basically, the cats are playing cards. It was quite funny. They like frame it like Vanilla and Chocolate are gonna do naughty things. But no, they're just playing like cards. I don't know what card game they're playing. They don't think they ever say it, and I'm not familiar with many card games, so there's that. Humans are away. Cashew is going to do some meeting for the patisserie. Can't say that word. Patisserie. The cake shop. Let's go with that. Shigure is at a like a offline meet for her online cat lovers club thing, which, you know, makes sense because it's Shigure, you know, can't. So that's so. What? Speaking of Shigure, thank you to that person who looked up the opening and was like, yeah, it's Shigure, the one you don't know who it is. I thought it might have been, but like it didn't. It looked a bit off, you know. Obviously it is her. Look again, it's like, oh yeah, it's definitely her. Don't know why it looked off to me. Maybe it's because she's being clumsy, and that's not a Shigure thing to do. Maybe she looked too tall. I can't really put my finger on it, but no, I'm pretty sure it is Shigure, like the guy said. Casho's train also, the weather's so bad it stopped his train. That's all we see of Casho properly this week. See him a bit later on, sort of, as, you know, we'll get to it. Playing cards, Chocolate has a dreadful poker face, I think we'll go. Vanilla is also going easy on Cacao, you know, helping her out. Cacao has a better poker face than the Chocolate does. That's for a sure thing. What are Azuki and that doing? They get a call from Shigure, basically saying, hey, I'm not going to be home. You guys have the house to yourself. And it's like, oh no, the humans are out and now the Nekos have come to play. They talk for a little bit. Cinnamon does cinnamon things, which is essentially like this. Lewd. That's cinnamon things. Can't believe I did that on camera. They talk about getting pizza, and everyone's like, we shouldn't get pizza. Also, like, is there a pizza delivery man that's going to go out in that weather? I wouldn't go out in that weather. If I worked for a pizza place, they were like, you want to go deliver in this weather, I would quit. I'd be like, no, I'm not doing that. That's absurd. I could die. Yeah, anyway, then there's a power outage. There's candle lights. They're a bit bored by it. So Vanilla tells a story. Now, for the stories, you'll have to forgive me. I'm going to like be reading it off my phone screen because they are so all over the place, and so there's a lot of them that if I try to do it off my vague memory, yeah, no. So the first one, Vanilla tells a story about it's people partying in a forest. Then a ghost girl comes out of the well. That's basically the story. And the ghost girl has no face, and then her friend has no face. It was very scary, scared the cats. And then in real life, though, Vanilla did it to herself with makeup, made it so she had no face. How did she do that without anyone noticing? Is my question. I know anime, and I shouldn't really question the logic, but I'm going to. It's impossible, damn it. In this show with actual cat girls. Impossible. Doesn't add up. Doesn't make no sense. Anyway, power comes back on and Chocolate is about to tell a happy story. And basically from there, boy, things just devolve. Again, for this section, I'm just going to pretty much glance at my phone where I've written my notes down. So, this time this story, there's some cats find a house made of sweets, like the gingerbread man's house from that Shrek 3D, straight to DVD thing. If you remember that, you remember that. Gingerbread house. Vanilla adds to the story where they're like a married couple and stuff, like Chocolate's in a suit, like I've just been off doing the meetings, and Vanilla's like, would you like a bath, some food, or me? The classic thing. Azuki basically says, stop, we're not doing that, Vanilla, you stop that right now. Then there's a ghost with a bamboo and a ghost and a gift. Basically, Vanilla likes putting this ghost in the stories, and it's pretty funny. Maple tells a story about lumberjacks, and it's basically, you know, the thing where it's like, oh, we drop this axe in the river, and then the goddess comes out. Drop the river in, and then Vanilla interrupts, and it's like, there's a ghost there, and everyone's like, yeah, no, let's stop throwing the ghost in things. Let's stop doing that. It's the as I said, axe is in the thing. Goddess comes out of the water and is like, did you drop this gold axe or this silver axe? Obviously, the thing is, you're meant to tell the truth. Be like, no, I didn't drop either of them. I dropped just a plain old axe. But no, in this story, I believe it's Vanilla. It's like, I dropped both of them. Gimme them, or I'm gonna destroy the lake, basically. And then trades them for a sex diary. That's what it is. That's what it is. And Cinnamon, who is the goddess, does cinnamon things, and then real Cinnamon is like, that's outrageous, I'm not a pervert, this story doesn't make sense. Sure, Cinnamon, I believe you. I don't know, you're insane, Cinnamon, you're definitely a pervert. That's like the first word I've used to describe you. I'll let you think what the second one is, because I got nothing. After that, Coconut tells a story about a magic lamp and a genie. Casho is the genie. I believe Cinnamon tries to pipe in with it was a ghost lady again, but no. Also, the ghost lady is, every time it's in the stories, it's Shigure. That's important to the plot of this episode, which is why I thought I'd probably mention it. Casho is the genie. Chocolate got a shark because she wished for a giant fish. Makes sense. Cinnamon said something that got censored because it's Cinnamon, you know. When I say it got censored, I mean it's a joke in the episode. I don't mean Funimation decided to be killers of fun and we're like, no, you're not allowed to hear that. No, it was part of the episode. The joke is it's Cinnamon. And then Azuki is in Tiny People Land. That's another thing. That reminds me of that scene from Night of the Museum where he's like strapped down by the little people. When I say little people, I mean they're like little miniature figures. I'm not being derogatory. Then there's a story where it's a poor girl trying to sell matches and then used them to stay warm, and then I guess died in the snow, which was Cinnamon. And then Cinnamon's like, Maple, do you hate me? You just killed me in your story, and also you keep calling me a pervert. I almost feel bad for you, Cinnamon, but actually, no, I don't. Also, she had lewd thoughts while she died in the snow. Forgot to mention that. Saw it in my notes. That was also a thing that happened. Then we have one that's basically Snow White. They draw on who is it, Maple that's asleep? Draw on her face and tickle her, doesn't wake her up. Trick Coconut into doing the kiss. Power outage, which interrupts the story. Cinnamon was disappointed because it's Cinnamon. Someone's walking in the house. Who could it be? Oh. It's Shigure. Shigure arrives, scares them all to death because she's the ghost girl. Basically, she walked through the rain because she didn't want to be alone at night, which is almost like wholesome. But you know, she damn near killed all the nekos except Cacao. I think Cacao's been asleep because it's past her bedtime, damn it, and she's the only one of them that's responsible enough to get some sleep. Good job, Cacao. You will grow up to be a fine young cat lady. I have no idea. That was the end of the episode. It was pretty alright. If that sounded like I went through it lickety split and it was a bit all over the place, yeah, that was the episode. I did enjoy it. I am wondering what we got 5 episodes more left. I mean, we could stick a beach episode in there, stick something, you know. I'm not expecting a cinematic masterpiece here. It is a solid, fine. I've seen far worse. I would like it to pick up though. That's my thing. Maybe it would have even been better just to do an episode focused on each of the cat girls, sort of like just retreading the visual novel's ground, but not exactly. Give them a new problem, I don't know, and have Casho help them solve it. That's how I would have done the anime, but that's why I'm not paid to be an anime man. Anime maker man. What are those people called? Like producers? Directors? Those animators. Any of those people. I'm not any of that. But yeah, this... You know, I'm still not hating this show. It's fine. It is a fun old time, I guess we'll go with. Cinnamon is definitely a pervert, though. Let's not split hairs here. She's insane if she thinks she isn't. Like, I thought she knew she was. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews, like and comment as well. It helps me out a great ton. I will see you next week for another episode of this one. And bye, guys.